The power of reading a great book is that you start thinking like the author. For those magical moments while you are immersed in the forests of Arden, you are William Shakespeare; while you are shipwrecked on Treasure Island, you are Robert Louis Stevenson; while you are communing with nature at Walden, you are Henry David Thoreau. You start to think like they think, feel like they feel, and use imagination as they would. Their references become your own, and you carry these with you long after you've turned the last page. Let fear be a counselor and not a jailer. If you want to change your life, change the questions you ask yourself each day. You can't wait for the perfect situation. Find something you love. People you love. And get out there and you'll discover it. Raise your standards for the one thing over which you have complete control yourself. It means you're committed to being intelligent, flexible, and creative enough to consistently find a way to look at your life in a fashion that makes any experience enriching. Things do not have meaning. We assign meaning to everything. Your current situation is no indication of your ultimate potential. Remember, we all get what we tolerate. So stop tolerating excuses within yourself, limiting beliefs of the past, or half-assed or fearful states. Use your body as a tool to snap yourself into a place of sheer will, determination, and commitment. Face your challenges head-on with the core belief that problems are just speed bumps on the road to your dreams. And from that place, when you take massive action with an effective and proven strategy, you will rewrite your history. What's the ultimate price I'll pay if I don't stop this indulgence now? By asking questions like this, they'll associate pain to overeating, and their behavior will change immediately. Most people's lives are a direct reflection of their peer groups. Life happens not to me but for me. You can be a they and be a billionaire. Not all billionaires are happy and fulfilled. My whole thing is, add value to whoever you meet. Sometimes, the value is just being happy and loving, giving an extra couple of moments to look someone in the eye. Nothing replaces authentic feeling and emotion. Lead a life of your own design, on your own terms, not one that others, or the environment have scripted for you. It's not leadership by position that allows people to succeed. It's the capacity to influence the thoughts, the feelings, the emotions, and the actions of other human beings. Time and again, researchers have shown that students' capabilities are powerfully impacted by the identities they develop for themselves as the result of teachers' belief in their level of intelligence. When your spirit is alive, when somebody has got a strong spirit, they could be on the verge of death physically, and they'll leak out more life. The best way to get trained is to get mentored, live or by reading or watching videos by masters. That way, you start executing based on lessons from the best. We feel most small, we feel most challenged when we're only focusing on ourselves. Because even when you fulfill yourself, meaning you get what you think you want, you still find yourself in a position where it's never enough. I naturally end up looking for things to be grateful for. It doesn't mean I don't sometimes feel angry or fearful, but because I'm wired for positive emotions, I end up treating others and myself better. Your brain is not designed to make you happy. That's your job. I don't believe in waiting for great feelings. I need to wire myself for positivity and gratitude. I need to build a highway to those. When a person with money meets a person with experience, the person with the experience ends up with your money. Dr. Rosenberg has brought the simplicity of successful communication into the foreground. No matter what issue you're facing, his strategies for communicating with others will set you up to win every time. The kind of person other people perceive you to be controls their responses to you. My favorite prayer is thank you. Most people are asking for things and not doing their part. I look at society and I look at people and I say, I'm not Mr. Motivator. I think you get a better sense. I believe in energy. I believe in passion. I believe in teaching people. When you believe it, it becomes self-fulfilling. Who needs to walk on fire, when you can walk on water with this sight? There is no abiding success without commitment. There are millions of business ideas out there, but only a tiny percentage of businesses succeed. A bit of baseball wisdom: you can't steal second with your foot on first. I always believe leaders are readers, so you've got to read 30 minutes a day of something that's going to inspire you. When two people meet, as long as there is any form of rapport maintained, the person with the most certainty will eventually influence the other person. A genuine quality of life comes from consistent, quality questions. The difference between success and failure is not which stock you buy or which piece of real estate you buy, it's asset allocation. When people say money doesn't matter, it sure as hell does when you're able to show your mother a beach house and then hand her the keys to it. That was one of the happiest moments of my life. To this day, even when I hear about problems, as you've probably noticed, I tend to call them challenges. I don't dwell on them, and I immediately focus on how I can convert the challenge into an opportunity. You continue to change your approach until you achieve what you want using whatever life gives you along the way. I think the most important key to quality communication and interaction is developing an interest in the person you are talking with. Most women know the secret to a quality conversation is to ask quality questions and have a sincere interest in hearing the answers. In fact, the best communicators very often say the least. It's not the extrovert who dominates the conversation that a client feels most connected with, but rather the individual who shows a real and sincere interest in knowing about the life of the person they are talking with. Focus on execution rather than just the idea. The best way to stay away from they is really simple. Stay with the people who have some passion. Stay with the people who know the truth. I like to find the they and turn them into we. I like to take the theys and herd them. People that are skeptical, the theys, I can bring them to we as much as I can. Just remember, loss is imaginary. Nothing ever disappears in the universe, it only changes form. If there is something that still wounds you, it's because of the meaning that you have linked to it. Maybe what you need to do is to have faith and say, even though I don't know why this has happened, I am willing to trust. Someday, when the time is right, I will understand. You're in the midst of a war, a battle between the limits of a crowd seeking the surrender of your dreams, and the power of your true vision to create and contribute. It is a fight between those who will tell you what you cannot do, and that part of you that knows, and has always known, that we are more than our environment, and that a dream, backed by an unrelenting will to attain it, is truly a reality with an imminent arrival. I got addicted to lighting people up, just seeing people so happy, 'cause they rediscovered what they're capable of, and so that became my life's work. It's a good idea not to major in minor things. Focus on executing to give maximum value to your customers. That means learning everything from financing to producing to marketing. Common sense is not too common. Your capability is constant, but how much of it you use depends upon the identity you have for yourself. Doing nothing makes us crazy. But freedom comes when you don't have to work.